All right, today we're going to be talking about branding the customized print-on-demand app. So last week we went through all the onboarding steps, which I have shown on my screen here. If you haven't done those yet, I definitely recommend going through those. The Getting Started series videos will just help you get up and running. These videos are more advanced. They're going to get more detailed into some of these other features inside the app. So today, we're going to talk about branding. I'm going to jump back to the demo store that we were working on last week. Again, we have nothing going on with this store. We added a couple products, but as you can see, we haven't really done anything with the branding or anything like that. So what we're going to do is make some changes to the site today, make it look and feel more like a brand. So what I did was I went onto this Bard, which is a artificial intelligence tool. You've probably heard a lot about it. It's been in the news quite a bit lately. There's several different ones. ChatGPT is probably the one that you've heard of. Bard is the Google AI version. And what I like about this is it just kind of helps give you ideas for things like a brand, for example. So I created this demo store. And I'm like, all right, let's give it a brand name. And I figured, well, we've already created a couple of these dog products, so let's keep it dog focused. And I just went into Bard and I said, you know, give me 10 brand name ideas that will sell custom dog products via e-commerce. I don't know, you can word that however you want, but this is what I used, and it gave me 10 pretty good ideas. Actually, this is the one I ended up selecting, so very similar to my first request, but if you guys aren't using AI yet, definitely use it for stuff like this. It's just great to kind of help give you some good ideas in a really quick manner. So I liked a lot of these, but for this demo store, I used Good Boy Goods. That's what I went with. So I ended up taking that and going to this website, which is app.logo.com. This site, pretty much, unless you've got a logo in mind, it helps you generate logos and branding and color schemes and all of that. So I went in, put the name of the brand, said that we're in the pet category, specializing in dogs, and it spit out this logo, which, it looks pretty good for being a free logo that took me, 1 minute to create. So I took that, downloaded it, and I brought it into Canva just so I could kind of play around with the sizing, get it right for the theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to start updating the Shopify theme first. Then we're going to go into the customized app, because that's really where you're going to modify the branding to fit your theme. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to my Shopify theme. And I'm going to go to the online store. And again, we're just using the default theme, which is currently Dawn on Shopify. You might have a different theme. So your settings might look a little different than this, but should be relatively the same. So what I'm going to go to is the header here. We're going to go to theme settings, logo. And I'm going to bear with me 1 second here while I get this downloaded. So I go back. I'm going to put the logo in. And I'm not going to modify these things too much, but essentially what we want to do here, that looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bigger. A little bigger than that. That looks pretty good. Let's go with that. Perfect. Save. So now I've got a logo. I have, a color scheme with these blues. So what I'm going to do now is go back into the customized app. And we're going to go to settings and branding. This, I should have mentioned this earlier on, this is a pro feature. So if you have the pro plan, this will be enabled. If you don't have the pro plan, you're not going to be able to modify these things as the branding is specific to the Pro plan. So we're just going to go through these items really quick and get our customizer branded. So let me just go to it real quick. Refresh this. There's our new logo. And I'm just going to go to our customizer, which is always going to be located at pages/customize. And you can see our main page right here. This is the default settings. That image over here is something you can modify. Obviously this is something we're going to change. And then our color scheme. So let's first start with our brand name. And we selected Good Boy Goods. Alright, so let's just update that really quick. And let's refresh. Okay, that looks good. Welcome to Good Boy Goods. Now let's modify this image. So what I did for that is I went in and created, so you'll see here, we recommend the image size of 1,000 by 1,000. That will fit this area perfectly. It won't stretch it or anything like that. So what I did is I created a 1,000 by 1,000 image. And I just used that dog face that was in our logo. I added a couple pieces of clip art from Canva, and I was happy with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to download this. And do that. So that's going to download. I'm going to go to Browse File here. And we will select what we just downloaded. And I'm going to hit update. We're just going to do each one of these one by one. There it is. There's the image. Let's take a look. That looks good. So we've now updated our brand name. We've updated our image. Now let's update our color scheme. So primary colors, we have primary and secondary color and then the hover colors. So what I typically do, primary color, I'm going to use this blue, which I grabbed the hex already. You can do this in Photoshop, you can do it in Canva, wherever you feel comfortable doing that. And then usually what I'll do for the hover color is I'll make it either a shade lighter or darker, whatever your preference is. I ended up doing a shade darker, so I'm going to put that hex here. And then our secondary color, I ended up going to this website here, icolorpalette.com. And what this site allows you to do is it allows you to put in a color. So let's just put in that primary color that I used and hit get info. And it gives you all the information about that color. It gives you other similar colors in different shades. So this is a good place where you could select that hover color that I was talking about. So you could go shade lighter, shade darker, grab the hex, copy and paste it, put it in the customized app, and that's one way to do it. And then for the secondary color, I like to go down here and kind of see these complementary colors. So what I selected is this one right here. We're going to use this as our secondary color, and I'm going to take that hex and copy it, and I'm going to put it into the secondary color, and then I'm going to take one shade darker on that, put it into there, and hit update. Now let's take a look. You can see here's our primary color, here's our secondary color. This message here is just because I had designs started on this store. It's automatically going to prompt customers if they see that you had a design already started. It's kind of like an autosave feature, which is nice. But anyway, this is the main page. So here we go with our primary colors. So if I hit browse products here, let's do phone case. You can see here's a secondary color. If I go in, secondary color, primary color, all of these colors, you can see the hover over here, all matches my brand now. So it all looks really good. And the final things that we're going to talk about on this page is the 3D and augmented reality, which we have another video about that. So if you haven't watched that one yet, just go back to our tutorials page. You'll see the 3D augmented reality video. This is where you enable that. So when you get onto the Pro plan, you want 3D and augmented reality, you're going to want to come here and check that box. The other one is hide customized branding. This is this area down here. I think it's, well, you know what, in this store I think I've already disabled it. Oh yeah, I did. So hide customized branding. If I had that off, hit update here, and this is going to be by default what you see in the free store or in the free plan, but you're going to see this powered by customized down here. If you're on the pro plan, you can turn that off. And that's it. We have now customized all of our branding for the customizer, and everything now fits your brand. So in the next video, we're going to walk through more of the things that you can customize. So, you know, we talked about in some of the other videos, we've touched on the fact that you can update the colors, the fonts, the clip art, the backgrounds, patterns, those types of things in the tool itself. So in the next videos, we'll talk more about that and how you can customize those. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.